Hello, I'm Cal, and welcome back to my Minecraft world. Today I'm going to be focused on a couple of construction projects, the first of which is finishing up this third story, I believe it is, and adding the windows up here, and then the second one will be doing a little bit more work on the bridge we built in the last episode down there. So first things first, I was trying to figure out if I wanted to do 3 or 2. This side's going to be a little bit weird because we've got the chimney coming up. But for now, I'm just going to start right here and knock this out. And we're kind of going to work this out as we go. So what I need to do first is just get a little platform here. This is where I want to start building it. So it'll be 1 high and then we'll do a window. But all of these blocks need to be adjusted in some way right here. So we'll go ahead and knock these ones out as well. And what I'm thinking is that we can maybe just turn this. It's tough to know for sure. No, I think it's actually going to have to go up. So we're going to need to put in this and then something like that. And we'll have to put something behind it as well. So let's go ahead and build that up like that. That one goes there. So we got a 2 high window now, and we'll probably have something like this coming out. And so that's your basic dormer right there, I think is what it's called. And we may swap this block out for something different. Not sure yet. So that's your 2 high window. And like I said, we're going to need to do something like this on the inside, which is fine, no problem there. I think that looks pretty good. I'm not sure how I'm going to break up this room yet. I mean, we could full on do, a pillar or something right here, actually, like that. And then these will just be tucked away in there. I might actually like that better. So let's start with that. We might not have to do too much scaffolding. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this out. Oh, broke that shovel. I think I want to knock this back a little bit by switching it to that. Okay, so I got all 3 of them in, and I'm just looking at them from my other tower here, and I think they look pretty good. They could be taller, though. I think I'm going to try making them 1 block taller. They just look a little bit small on this particular roof because this roof is so tall. It might also be in our best interest to use a different material. I'm thinking maybe granite. Could also go dark oak, but I think they just need to stand out a little bit. And if we use one of the woods, then we could use the trapdoors as well to add a little bit more detail and really make them pop out. All right, so I went ahead and made the dormers a little bit taller and tried out the 3 different materials. I actually originally did the middle one still in bricks, but I did not like the look of it in comparison. I'm really leaning towards the dark oak, although I will probably do even more variation on it. What I'm thinking right now is maybe bringing up the dark oak logs for the main part, and then just using the dark oak wood for the topper. And I really prefer those spruce trapdoors, so I may go ahead and implement those over here, even though the rest of it is dark oak. The only other thought I had was maybe using something like diorite or stone, which are still, options we could go with. But I think for right now, dark oak is probably the way to go with some bits of the spruce. But I'm definitely liking the larger size better. I think it looks much more fitting. And I wish I had an elytra I could just fly around real quick and get a good view from a distance. Actually, let's do that before we commit to anything. I'm going to run around and get a view from maybe over there real quick. Alright, so from a distance, I'm actually not quite as keen on the dark oak. I think it's maybe just a little bit too much contrast. I think the spruce looks good, and I think the granite looks surprisingly good considering. But those shadows right now at sunset with the shader pack on are also helping those two stand out a little bit more, even though they're, you know, obviously not as contrasty as the dark oak one. But I think on third thought, spruce is the way to go. So I'm going to go ahead and make that conversion. I may play around with the design just a little bit to hopefully make it look a little bit better, and then we'll take another look. Okay guys, I've got the dormers all fixed up. Time for the big reveal. And there they are. So, all spruce, and I had forgotten that with this texture pack, spruce slabs double stacked actually get a vertical plank texture, which I think looks great and really helps these out. So from here, looking great. With the sun behind him, we can't really see him from further away yet, but we'll take another look as the sun is setting today. But I think that's the right look. I also added, you might be able to see, some oak trapdoors there instead of window panes. Just felt like it was the right look for the attic space up there. So the dormers are done on this side, and now it's just a question of how many we're going to add to the other side. So obviously going up the middle, we've got the chimney. I think one could go above that window, no problem. But right here I was actually debating taking this space up one higher and having it be this sort of like tower stuck on the back. And then I could put a stairwell in it leading from the third floor to the attic space, which I think will look good, and it will also mean that we don't have to use ladders on this side, which I hate. Alright, I just wanted to give you guys a look from the back side. I went ahead and added both dormers for now and finished the chimney. I think there could still be a little bit more work to be done on the chimney just to make it look a little bit more interesting. I like the one dormer on that side. This one looks off-center though because of the way we've set up the floor below it. And for that reason, I'm inclined to just get rid of it and go ahead and raise this up another level, put a staircase in it, and add a little bit of roof coming out there, brick roof. And I think it'll just give it more visual interest as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, time to take another look here. So it's mostly done. I think there's going to be a couple things to change about it. I like this angle right here. This looks great. I don't love the sandstone peeking through right there, so I will probably change that to either dark oak or maybe spruce, something that just sort of doesn't stick out quite as much. I also don't love how high these windows are, but I had to put them there because this is mostly storage and the staircase underneath there, so a window would have served no purpose. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I like how the roof of each part meets. I still need to put the iron bars on top of this. I'll probably just do single iron bars. But it's got overall a pretty nice feel to it, and I love the functionality of it, you know, giving me that staircase to get up to the attic space so I don't have to use ladders. So I'll probably continue tweaking a little bit, but we're going to call this mostly done for now, and I'll be moving on to the next thing, some interior decorating. Welcome back, guys. I've been hard at work and doing a little bit of interior decorating. I added a roof over here, added some vines, cleaned up some stuff up top, and added another floor here. So let's do a quick trip through. So this is my entry area. It's going to have my storage area. Obviously, I've been using this for a while now. I've also got our double furnace still. I redid this table, and I'm going to map our area out and put it on the wall here. Eventually, I'm getting a little low on iron, as you can see. So I'm going to have to do a big mining trip here shortly. Okay, headed up to the second floor. I replaced all the torches with lanterns. We got a nice little seating area here. Eventually, this will be a brewing station right here. I haven't gone to the nether yet, though. We've still got our enchanting table down here, which is looking good. And if we pop out here on the balcony, we've got our roof on, and you can see the vines coming down. Don't know why that's open, but we still got some nice views here. So, all right, I had to use some carpets to cover up a spot here. There was no other way to go about it but I couldn't make the floor consistent because of where the furnace is. So I just did this little sort of angled carpet here, which I think looks pretty nice and covers up that spot. All right, up here we got a little desk, almost like a reception desk. I might do something different eventually, but we went ahead and cleaned this up. Obviously, there's no more ladder here to go up. We upgraded our bed, added a plant. We got a little closet here, some more storage and crafting tables tucked away. And then this is that addition that I put on where you can access the attic now. So this isn't too fancy yet. I went ahead and threw a couple chests here just for good measure. Could potentially put some more storage up there. Maybe I'll eventually put some armor stands up here so we can show off some of the armor textures. We'll see. But yeah, so this is all looking pretty good and is in pretty good shape. Let's go ahead and sleep through the night. And I've loaded up my inventory with everything I think we'll need to put the roof on the other tower. So let's head over there now and get to work. So this floor, I'm probably going to keep as the enchanting room. This floor, we got a bed here right now, but we could maybe do like a little micro farm or maybe another wall map or something cool. Not much space on this one either. We could potentially board up the windows and do another little micro farm or something. I haven't decided yet, but it is time to get started on the roof. And I'm going to be doing the roof in brick and spruce. It's going to be sort of a cylindrical shape or cone shape as much as possible anyway. And I'm going to do the edges in brick, and then the spruce is going to kind of come up in the middle to the peak, and we'll slap a couple iron bars on top as well. But I'm going to go ahead and build this as a time lapse, so I will see you guys on the other side. Alright guys, I've just run out and let's take a look. There it is. I think that looks really good. I love the combination. The light is making it a little bit hard to see because it's washing it out right now, but let's hop over to the other side and take another look. Maybe over here at the bridge I can get a decent look. Yeah, I like that a lot. I think I could maybe add a little bit more brick, flare it out a little bit or something on the top side, but the way those spruce planks look, the vertical plank look is great. So I think we're gonna stick with that and maybe just tweak it a little bit at some point. So looking good. All right, the house is in really good shape now. Soon we'll be working on basements and farms inside of it, and connecting it up to our mines a little bit better, and also getting easier access to our farms over there. But all the basics are here now, so we can focus on this bridge now. And I think I've figured out what my problem with it is that we are using the sandstone differently here than we are over there. So in the house, the sandstone is acting sort of like a plaster almost, and here we're using it more like it's an actual sandstone block, something more structural and sturdy. So I think I'm just going to take some design notes from the house and apply them to the bridge. So these towers are going to become stone. Most of the little arch in the middle is going to become wood, just like we did the bridge between the two sections of the base. And then the sandstone will be used a little bit more sparingly, but on the sort of the second story of the bridge, perhaps. And if we build up the towers on each side a little bit, I also think I might want to add a little bit of separation, a little bit more separation between, so that there's a little bit more river. I'm not sure about that yet, though. So I'm going to get some of that figured out and get to work on that next. All right. Welcome back, guys. It is time to redo this bridge. So I've gone ahead and grabbed all the blocks that I'm going to need. We're going to redo the bottom with stone, and then we'll be mimicking the upper floors of our base above the bridge. So I'm going to do that as a time lapse. So let's get started. Okay, so I just finished that time lapse, ripped out the original structure we had for the bridge and built this. Still not totally satisfied with it, but I think it's closer to the right direction than previously. I think it might be a little too tall, and obviously we need to add a lot of detail and decide if we're going to do little towers on each side or what we're going to do. So I'm going to do a little bit more cleanup work off camera, and then I'll jump back to give you guys a status update before we call it an episode. Alright, welcome back, guys. I just finished doing quite a bit of work. I spent a lot of time on this, so there it is. As you can see, I went ahead and got rid of all the sandstone. I lowered it a little bit. I did a whole bunch of block variation, and then I tried to work out this center bit. So we got these two pretty fortified stone structures on the edges of the river, and then we've just built this wooden arch across the center. So I also had to work out some of the levels here to make sure that things met up nicely. But I think this has a pretty. I got attacked by a skeleton while I was finishing up, but I think this has a pretty good feel to it there in the center, and I like how fortified it looks. I also like that it's not blocking our view of the base in any way. So I'm going to leave it like that for now. I wouldn't rule out making a tweak to one side or the other to sort of build it up a little bit and add a little topper. Maybe a roof or something could be cool too, but I'm feeling pretty good about this. Still need to do some terraforming around the edges and make it sort of meet up better, fill in all the roads, etc. But I think this is going to be done for now. So feeling good about the bridge, feeling good about the base. We made a lot of progress this episode as far as building goes. Next episode, I'm thinking I may tackle one of those spider spawners, cave spider spawners, and set up an XP grinder. It has been painful trying to enchant, and I need a steady source of XP. So with that said, I think it's time to call this an episode, and I will see you guys next time.